Good morning to all of you. In the previous lecture of economics, we have completed meaning of budget and its elements. Now, types of budget. This is chapter number 10. Types of budget. Budget is of two types. One is balanced budget and second one is unbalanced budget. Now, what is the meaning of balanced budget? Balanced budget means when total estimated income is equal to total anticipated expenditure. When total estimated income is equal to total anticipated expenditure. Why we are using two different words here, estimated and anticipated? Estimated here means almost source of income is completely well known to the government, that from this and this source we have to receive this and this income. For example, from direct source, almost around this and this crore rupees we will get in this year. So they are making estimation from the sources which are confirmed income. But so far as expenditure is concerned, that cannot be estimated, that is anticipated. Anticipated means sometimes some expenditures are such. For such expenditure we are not making any kind of hope. All of a sudden it arises. For example, everything is going in normal situation till last year 2019, and suddenly what happened in 2020? Coronavirus arises, came and it disturbed all the economic system of whole world. So that's why some expenditures are such which we have not hoped, but all of a sudden it arises, and as a result what happens? Our expenditure increases. That's why it is called anticipated, not estimated. Estimation word is used when, for example, for income we are using estimated. It means income is confirmed, that from this source, from direct tax, from indirect tax, from other taxes we will get this and this type of income. By selling weapons, by selling air tanks this year we will get this and this amount of income. Means almost income is confirmed, but that's why we are estimating word is used, because whenever income is confirmed, for this we have to use estimated word, and expenditure is not confirmed, that's why anticipated. Anticipation means hope, H-O-P-E, hope. So whenever total estimated income is equal to total anticipated expenditure, then it is called balanced budget. Now unbalanced budget, opposite of that, when total estimated income is not equal to total anticipated expenditure. Now here balanced budget is of two types. Deficit budget and surplus budget. deficit budget and surplus budget. What is deficit budget? Here already we have written that total estimated income is not equal to total anticipated expenditure. Then it is called unbalanced budget. Unbalanced budget is of two types, deficit budget and surplus budget. When total anticipated expenditure is more than total estimated income, when total, or we can say total estimated income is less than, when total estimated income is less than total anticipated expenditure, then it is called deficit budget. Means we can say it is a kind of loss budget. Whenever expenditure becomes more than income, it means there is a situation of loss. So whenever in any way you can write, when total estimated income is less than total anticipated expenditure, then it is called deficit budget, or in other words, whenever total anticipated expenditure becomes more than total estimated income, then it is called deficit budget. Now surplus budget, opposite of that, when total estimated income is more than total anticipated expenditure. Now deficit budget means loss budget is also of different types. Here I am writing. First one is revenue deficit. Revenue deficit. First, these are the different types of deficit budget. Revenue deficit. Second one is budgetary deficit. Third one is fiscal deficit. And fourth one is primary deficit. These are the types of deficit budget. Once again, types of budget: balanced budget, unbalanced budget. Now what is the meaning of balanced budget? When total estimated income, because we have already done in the definition of budget. What is the definition of budget? That budget is a statement, accounting statement, which shows estimated income and anticipated expenditure for a given year or for an accounting period. That is called budget. It means budget includes two things: total estimated income and total anticipated expenditure. That's why now we are discussing about types of budget. Budget is of two types: balanced budget and unbalanced budget. Balanced budget means when total estimated income is equal to total anticipated expenditure. Second one is unbalanced budget. Unbalanced budget, definition of unbalanced budget is opposite of balanced budget. When total estimated income is not equal to total anticipated expenditure. One more point, important point. Once again, balanced budget definition is total estimated income is equal to total anticipated expenditure. It means, first of all, we are estimating about our income. For For the current year, if government has estimated that in this year we are going to earn 50,000 rupees, I am taking small amount. Government has estimated that in this current year we are going to earn 50,000 rupees. So according to this income, they will make planning for their expenditure. That, for example, we have to spend 10,000 rupees on the construction of road, 10,000 rupees on the construction of railway station or railway track. In this way, 15,000 we have to construct buildings or schools in this and this state. In this way, means according to their income, they are then another 15,000 they will spend on medical facilities. So 15 plus 15, 30 plus 10, 40 plus 10, 50. In this way, they will make their expenditure. They will make budget for expenditure, or they will make plans for expenditure according to income. That's why it becomes automatically equal. So whenever total estimated income is equal to total anticipated expenditure, and it is called balanced budget. Here balanced budget becomes balanced because after estimating income, government is making plans, government is making budget for their expenditure according to that estimated income. But if in any case some abnormal situation arises, for example, government had decided to spend 10,000 rupees on construction of road, 10,000 rupees on the improvement of railway track, 15,000 rupees on construction of schools in different states, 15,000 rupees on improving medical facilities in different states. But at the same time, after making this budget, some natural calamities, means which is unexpected, arises. Then what happens? The government's expenditure, government has to increase their expenditure more than their income. In that case, or sometimes what happens, even after preparing budget, some expenditures are left, and these expenditures are very, very essential for government to be incurred. Then government has to borrow money from other foreign countries or other agencies in order to fulfill those expenditure. In that situation, what happens? Total anticipated expenditure becomes not equal to total estimated income. So whenever total estimated income is not equal to total anticipated expenditure, then it is called unbalanced budget. Now unbalanced budget is of two types: deficit budget and surplus budget. What is deficit budget? When total anticipated expenditure, in simple language, expenditure, when expenditure of government becomes more than income of government. But technically, what is the definition? When total anticipated expenditure becomes more than total estimated income, that type of budget is called deficit budget. And a deficit budget is calculated at different levels, or we can say there are different types of deficit budget. One is a revenue deficit budget, budgetary deficit budget, fiscal deficit budget, and primary deficit budget. These four types we will discuss. This is the last topic of this chapter, so we will discuss later on. Right now, you have to understand only the types of deficit budget. These are the four types of deficit budget: revenue deficit, budgetary deficit, fiscal deficit, and primary deficit. Next one is surplus budget. Surplus budget, when total estimated income is more than total anticipated expenditure, then it is called surplus budget. So here income of the government is more than the government's expenditure. Such situation, such budget is called surplus budget. So these are the types of budget. Once again, types of budget: balanced budget, unbalanced budget. Balanced budget has no types. Unbalanced budget means not equal. Both are not equal, income and expenditure. Then in that case, two situations arises: deficit budget and surplus budget. When income is more, then it is called surplus budget. When expenditure is more, then it is called deficit budget. Then deficit budget means budget of loss. The budget of loss is calculated at different levels, and these different levels are, last time, revenue deficit, budgetary deficit, fiscal deficit, and now last one is primary deficit. So these are the types of budget. Now balanced budget, page number 108. What are the advantages or disadvantages of balanced budget? once again balanced budget means both are equal, but here it does not happen automatically. Government has to estimate their income first, then according to that income they are making plans for their expenditure. That's why this expenditure becomes equal to the income, then it is called balanced budget. Now what are the merits means advantages, and then demerits means disadvantages of balanced budget. Now balanced budget. First of all, merits. Merits are: a balanced budget ensures financial stability. A balanced budget ensures financial stability. First point, first of all write down point or understand point, then I will explain it. Now second one is, in this type of budget government avoid wasteful expenditure to keep the expenditure equal to income. In this type of budget, government avoids wasteful expenditure. Wasteful expenditure, how? By keeping their expenditure equal to the income. Third advantage, since the government keeps expenditure in control to match the income, it does not have to impose additional tax on the people. Means in case of balanced budget, government is not imposing additional tax burden on people. These are the three advantages of balanced budget. What are the three advantages? First, a balanced budget. Once again, balanced budget means, in short I am writing, when income is equal to expenditure, means estimated income is equal to anticipated expenditure. These are the merits of, these are the definition of balanced budget. Now what are the advantages? First, a balanced budget ensures financial stability, means when whatever income is estimated by the government, according to that they are making plans for their expenditure, means they are trying to bring their expenditure equal to the income, and in this way they are not taking any additional burden of money in the form of loan from other agencies. मतलब जो भी इनकी आवक है सरकार की, गवर्नमेंट की जो भी इनकम है उसके हिसाब से दे आर मेकिंग प्लान्स फॉर देयर एक्सपेंडिचर, वो अपने खर्चे के लिए प्लान्स बनाते हैं, इसका मतलब कि अपने खर्चे को इस तरह से करते हैं कि जो इनकम आई है उससे वो पूरे खर्चे पूरे हो जाए, और दे आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड टू टेक loan from any bank or financial institution or from any other foreign company or foreign government. It means they are trying to bring their situation normal according to their income. That's why you can say it brings financial stability. In this type of budget, government avoids wasteful expenditure. Means the expenditure, first of all, they are estimating estimated income. Then according to that estimated income, they are making plan how to utilize or which type of expenditures are important for the economy, in which we have to spend money and which expenditure can be postponed or can be avoided. On such matters they are not spending money, so they are giving preference to different matters on which they need to spend money, and only on those matters, only on those activities they are utilizing this estimated income. So by utilizing this estimated income on the important matters, they are trying to avoid wasteful expenditure by keeping their expenditure equal to income. Third one is in case of balanced budget, because they are spending money according to the income. Suppose once again, if government has decided or estimated their income rupees 50,000 for the current year, so according to this 50,000 they are making plan for different expenditure. Means government has not decided to earn more income in order to fulfill maximum expenditure. Government has not decided to earn more income in order to fulfill maximum expenditure or almost all expenditure. Otherwise what happens? Government has to impose additional tax burden on different class of society. But what government is doing? They are making their plans regarding expenditure according to income. That's why here government is not imposing additional tax burden on people. These are the advantages of balanced budget. Next one is demerits, means disadvantage. Demerits of balanced budget. First point, economic growth and welfare may be curtailed. Economic growth and welfare may be curtailed. Economic growth and welfare may be curtailed if government have to restrict expenditure and economic activities to match the income. So in short, economic growth and welfare may be curtailed. Second point, if government does not restrict expenditure and if it raises taxes in order to increase income to match the excess expenditure, then people have to bear excessive tax burden. If government does not restrict their expenditure if government does not restrict their expenditure according to estimated income, then government has to impose the additional tax burden on people. So these are the two disadvantages of balanced budget. First one is economic growth and welfare may be curtailed. How? Once again, I am taking the same example. Suppose government has estimated 50,000 rupees of income in the current year. Now, according to this income, governments are making plan for their expenditure, means how we can utilize, or in which area or in which activity we can utilize this 50,000 rupees. And government had decided to spend, suppose 10,000 rupees in order to purchase weapons, means defense, we can say defense, arms and ammunition, weapons. In short, I am writing weapons. Next, 10,000 rupees in order to fight against, means in order to make arrangement for coronavirus. Third one is remaining 30,000 for the development of railway. Now, only in these three activities or in these three fields, government can make maximum expenditure 10,000 on purchasing defense, arms and ammunition, 10,000 rupees in order to fight against coronavirus, and remaining 30,000 they are spending for the improvement of railway, or make it 30,000 for coronavirus, 10,000 for railway. It means government can utilize this income only and only in these three activities, means other activities remain left. The government is not in a situation to fulfill all the requirements because their income is limited, and out of this limited they have to fulfill various types of requirements. But in this situation, according to balanced budget, what is the balanced budget? We are bringing our expenditure, we are trying to bring our expenditure equal to our income. That's why we cannot fulfill all matters, we cannot fulfill all expenditure, we cannot meet our all types of expenditure. It means government is not in a situation to bring economic growth. For example, if government will spend money without considering about their income, means they are ready to spend more than their estimated income, then in that situation they are able to bring economic growth. For example, if they have decided to construct metro station in different states, then if estimated income is less, then they will borrow money from RBI, they will borrow money from other agencies, they will borrow money from government, foreign companies, World Bank. If they are ready to spend more than their estimated income, then in that situation they are able to bring economic growth, and welfare may be curtailed, may bring, but in case of balanced budget they have to curtail means they have to reduce various projects which can bring economic growth, economic development in the nation, in the economy. They have to curtail means reduced, because they are adopting balanced budget. It means they are making expenditure only according to estimated income. It means they are not in a position to bring economic growth, they are not in a position to bring economic development in the nation. Second point is the opposite of this point, opposite of third point. If for a few seconds just assume that if government is not adopting balanced budget policy, means if government does not restrict their expenditure according to estimated income, अगर गवर्नमेंट जो है एस्टिमेटेड इनकम के हिसाब से अपने एक्सपेंसेस को डिसाइड नहीं करती है, इसका मतलब है कि अगर गवर्नमेंट चाहती है कि एक्सपेंडिचर जितना होता है उतना होने दो, भले इनकम कम हो, कहीं से भी अरेंज करेंगे, और कहाँ से अरेंज करेंगे, देन इन दैट केस द फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस विद द गवर्नमेंट इज गवर्नमेंट हैज़ टू इम्पोज द एडिशनल टैक्स बर्डन ऑन द पीपल. They are imposing tax burden, they are increasing the rate of tax, because tax is the major source of income for the government. Either it is direct tax or it is indirect tax. तो अगर खर्चे सरकार के बढ़ जाते हैं इनकम से ज़्यादा, अगर वो रेस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं डालते, in that case देन खर्चे अगर उनके ज़्यादा है और इनकम कम है तो उन खर्चों को पूरा करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट कौन सा ऑप्शन सबसे पहले ढूंढती है? गवर्नमेंट विल इंक्रीज द एडिशनल टैक्स बर्डन ऑन पीपल। लेकिन ऐसा ये दिस इज नॉट प्रैक्टिकली हैपेंस इन केस ऑफ बैलेंस बजट। बैलेंस बजट में ऐसा होता ही नहीं है। दैट्स वाई इन केस ऑफ बैलेंस बजट, बिकॉज दे आर गवर्नमेंट इज ट्राइंग टू ब्रिंग एक्सपेंडिचर और स्पेंड मनी अकॉर्डिंग टू एस्टिमेटेड इनकम। जितना आवक आया है या एस्टिमेशन किया है बस उतना ही खर्चा करेंगे, ऐसा प्लान बनाया है, ऐसा बजट बनाया है। उस केस में गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन इम्पोजिंग एडिशनल बर्डन, टैक्स बर्डन ऑन द पीपल। हाँ, अगर ऐसा ये कॉन्सेप्ट फॉलो नहीं करते उस केस में अपने खर्चों को पूरा करने के लिए दिस इज द डिसएडवांटेज कि गवर्नमेंट जो है उस एक्स्ट्रा एक्सपेंडिचर को फुलफिल करने के लिए, बिकॉज एस्टिमेटेड इनकम इज नॉट सफिशिएंट, दैट्स वाई फ्रॉम विच सोर्स दे विल अरेंज मनी बाय इंक्रीजिंग द एडिशनल टैक्स बर्डन ऑन द पीपल। टैक्स बर्डन बढ़ा के, टैक्स का रेट बढ़ा के लोगों के ऊपर, और वहाँ से वो इनकम अरेंज करेगी इन ऑर्डर टू फुलफिल देयर एक्सपेंडिचर। सो दीज आर द मेरिट्स एंड डीमेरिट्स ऑफ बैलेंस्ड बजट। Now in this way, balance budget topic, balance budget is completed. Now any doubt you can ask. Merits and demerits.